Hello, my name is Belli Michelle Martinez Hoyos. I am 23 years old. I am a student of a bachelor's degree in foreign language with emphasis in English. I am in the ninth period of my career. I consider myself a committed, dedicated, responsible, and organized person. I like to work in a team to be able to listen and collaborate with other classmates. My expectations for this course are to be able to improve my communication skills in English in different contexts. Well, the main objective of this course is to reinforce the linguistic, social linguistics, and pragmatic competences of the foreign language, providing tools and activities that allow the student to reinforce order production through real-time activities and to be able to discuss various complex topics. Learning outcome 1 demonstrated oral skill to express fluently and spontaneously about different culture subjects for social or academic purposes. Learning outcome 2 discuss about a controversial issue using pro or con arguments to convince a counterpart towards a specific point of view. Learning outcome 3 interpret standing speech even when it is not clearly structured and when relationships are only implied and not signaled explicitly. Learning outcome 4 describe complex subjects with clear and detailed information, developing particular points and rounding off with an appropriate conclusion. These type of activities are the ones that allow to generate communication and collaboration in real time. The teacher guides and directs the learning session and can make use of tools such as chat, video calls, or virtual classrooms. In this type of activities, it is possible to clarify doubts, receive immediate feedback, and guidance. The course has six activities, which are divided into three academic moments: initial moment, intermediate moment, and final moment. The first activity is developed of the initial moment. The second, third, fourth, and fifth are created during the intermediate moment. Finally, the sixth activity takes place at the final moment. Activities involving real-time interaction. Tabs 2. Participating in 7 mandatory weekly meetings to discuss culture and academic topics. Tabs 3. Debating controversial issues involves participating in a real-time debate to defend a point of view on a controversial issue. Task 4. The activities are to take part in an interview in pairs, performing a mock test of the speaking part of the EdSend Cambridge C1 events. Task 6. Delivering a real-time mini webinar. The activities are to conduct a real-time mini webinar presenting a complex academic, scientific, or cultural topic. English 7 Conversation in English is a course that aims to foster students' oral accuracy by strengthening their communication skills in various academic and cultural topics and contexts, including a task-based approach, synchronous activities to improve fluency and spontaneity in the use of English expressions. My institutional email is working well. Learning a foreign language is an adventure full of short and long term goals and objectives, which require perseverance, dedication, and effort. I am very interested in the topic of language and learning about other cultures and contexts. In fact, I started by learning Colombian Sign Language and that captures my attention, and knowing that English is considered a universal language seemed even more striking to me. In addition to the fact that I really enjoy teaching, so the degree in foreign language was a perfect option to combine both facets. learning a language and teaching. I set myself the goal of immersing myself in the English language, reading publication and texts very often in this language, as well as listening to speeches, watching movies, at first with subtitles, and little by little just listening to the text. Studying a language as a child or an adult lies in different aspects, since in both cases the subjects learn differently. In the case of the child, they study the language unconsciously. This is associated with a mind that is developing, while the adult studies that language with an already developed mind. Children have also been said to have a language acquisition device, LAT, or black box, in their heads. The length of time to learn a language depends on several factors in the student, such as dedication, commitment, and perseverance in the context in which they are learning it. There is no exact duration because it can vary in all cases. But immersing yourself in this language most of the time for a day, week, or not accelerated mastery of the language to make language learning part of my life in the future. I must set goals to improve and immerse myself more and more in this language. I must set goals such as making the most of study, work, and travel abroad, making the most of independent study, making the most of internet programs, making the most of native speakers, developing foreign friendships, making the most of practicing internships, making the most of television, making the most of foreign work assignments, and period assessment of progress. Throughout life, language learning can be organized periodically, establishing a learning plan that allows us to set objectives and evaluate the results. This allows us to identify and evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of the language we are learning.